Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the new minimum wage in California. Apparently it's $20 an hour for a fast food worker, which is pretty crazy to be honest with you. I mean, when I was doing fast food, I remember getting like 9.50, and that was like crazy good at the time. Or was it 8.50? It was either 8.50 or 9.50 at the time, but that was like crazy like money back then. Like, but to be honest with you, I'm just surprised that this is a thing, to be honest with you. But with inflation and everything, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, come on, it's either we people get paid $20 or more an hour, or they just go, in poverty. I mean, at this point, and even that's like poverty wage, to be honest with you. So anyway, let's get right into the video today, guys. So California fast food workers will get $20 minimum wage starting Monday, and that's this Monday. That's gonna be like April 1st, I believe. So it's gonna be the first day of April. People are gonna start getting $20 an hour. So I think they were getting like 16 an hour or something like that in California, but now 20. It's gonna jump from 16 something to like $20 an hour over there. So that's pretty big jump. So, okay, so California fast food workers cooking Big Macs or Whoppers, Frappuccinos will be making a minimum wage of $20 an hour on Monday. For many of this means a 25% raise. That's crazy. Can you imagine getting 25% raise, guys? That's like insane. 25%. That's really good. The new state minimum inquiry focus on particular segment fast food affecting some of the country's biggest chains, including McDonald's, Starbucks, Subway, and Pizza Hut. Well, this makes me think of something, that if they're gonna get this big wage increase, who you think the companies are gonna make pay for it? It's gonna be the consumer. So the people that are going there to buy food is going to see a price increase in their prices. That's just a fact. It's just going to happen. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time before you start seeing all these fast food restaurants in California start doubling up their prices or tripling them up, to be honest with you. So it's a big win for cooks, cashiers, other fast food workers, some of the lowest paid jobs in the US. I wonder why. Okay, whose wages have been growing at faster clip since the pandemic, after decades of stagnation. Okay, so after keeping their wages low for decades and decades on time, it's finally going up and up and up. That means that when you go and buy food, your prices will be going up and up and up too. It's just a chain reaction, and the companies are not gonna they're not gonna take the payment basically for this. They're gonna put it down to the consumer, so the consumer is gonna be paying the high prices basically. California is one of the country's most expensive states. Oh, okay. About 500,000 people are estimated to work in fast food here. Wow, that's a lot of people. Mostly women, immigrants, and people of color. Many live below the poverty line. Well, I mean, if you're gonna work fast food as a career, guys, that was usually the thing back in the day. That would be a starter job. It's a job right from high school or secondary school that you would go right into, and then work for a bit, just to get a little pocket money. Then you'll come out and do something else, whatever it may be, construction, whatever it is. You're gonna move on to something else at that point. So it's like, I don't know what that's about, but okay. So now they're getting a good wage apparently. Okay, Sandra from Sacramento is counting down the days of her first biggest paycheck in 2 weeks after 18 years of working at the several Jack in the Box franchises. Wow. So she's gonna get a big boost. Her pay will jump from $17.50, so she was getting $17.50 an hour, to $20. That means she could bring home another $120 each paycheck. So she'll get $120 more each paycheck. That is pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, every little helps. I mean, it's not gonna make you rich or anything, but at least it's some extra money to invest if you're going to invest. Chipotle McDonald's warns of price hikes. Less work. Okay, so there you go. Right there, it says in the title. Chipotle McDonald's warn of price hikes. And the price hikes are going to go to who? The consumer. The consumers are going to be the one that's going to pay for this. That's literally guaranteed at this point. But the dramatic pay rise has also touched off a heated debate about the impact of local businesses. Smaller franchises, restaurant owners, warn they'll have to raise prices, reduce work hours, cut jobs, or even close shops. Now, guys, this is not good. I mean, if people can't afford their workers, they're obviously going to close jobs or they're going to lower their staff. That means when you go to get these fast food meals, it's basically going to take you much longer to get them. So I got a video here that I want to show you guys. It's basically this guy that owns a small, I think it's a pizza business or something like that, pizza business. And in this pizza business, basically, I'm going to show you right now that, you know, it's going to be tough for him to pay those type of wages. You know, those wages like $20 an hour. That's starting, guys. That's a lot to pay someone $20 an hour when you're running a small franchise business. I don't think they implemented the small franchises. Maybe the big ones, they could afford it, obviously, like McDonald's and all that stuff. But Burger King and other places like that. But when you're a small business, it would be very hard to pay for that $20 an hour increase, to be honest with you. So here we go with the video, guys. Enjoy.
To $20 an hour. But the restaurant operators say a higher wage could mean fewer workers. Here's NBC's Robert Honda.
Amir Samadi runs a popular round-table pizza shop in San Jose near the Oak Ridge Shopping Center. He considers himself a good employer through good times and bad. For example, Amir points out he did not lay off any workers during the pandemic or cut their hours. But now, as California gets ready to up the minimum wage for fast food workers from $16 to $20, Amir is not sure if he can afford that change.
As an owner or as an employer, you have to have like coverage to pay them. If you cannot, you have to shut your door, or they're gonna lose the hours. Anyway, it's gonna be lose for both sides, either employer or employee.
Some have suggested the wage hike could be covered by raising prices, but Amir says passing the cost to customers is not as simple as it might sound.
You cannot just out of nowhere change the prices so people are gonna go elsewhere. There's a lot of options out there.
The new minimum wage applies only to designated fast food employees who work for places that sell food and drinks for immediate consumption, and applies to the bigger chains with at least 60 establishments nationwide. The South Bay Labor Council and many other labor organizations supported the change, calling it a job creator, not a job killer.
I think the data tells us that small businesses in particular save money by investing in their employees. You have to do less spending on training, less spending on advertising, and when someone just has one job, they're more focused on that job.
Some fast food workers we talked to, who asked not to appear on camera, say they worry about the impact on their employer, but also say they need the money to keep up with the Bay Area's cost of living. Customers we talked to at the roundtable say they sympathize with all sides: employers, employees, and customers.
Okay, guys, we're back. So basically, you saw the video, and it's going to be tough for a lot of like small businesses to keep up with this type of demand of $20 an hour. To be honest with you, they're going to probably have to reduce workers probably to 1 or 2, if that, if they could afford it still, and probably end up closing shop. Or, once again, raise prices, and raise the prices to a point where probably people, they're going to get less and less customers. I mean, let's be honest now. No one's going to want to pay $30, $40 for a pizza. I mean, that'll be ridiculous. At that point, might as well make your own. So anyway, California's pay hike is a result of continuous deals struck by the labor leaders, including a large service employee international union and fast food companies. Last year, the new wage law applied to the fast food chains with at least 60 locations nationwide, with exemptions for some bakeries and smaller fast food outposts inside grocery stores, airports, and other venues. So I'm guessing that this was last year's one that passed, but I'm guessing that if you're in the airports or something like that, or a grocery store, and you have your small business in there, maybe you don't have to pay the $20 an hour increase. Maybe they're exempted from that. I'm guessing that's a possibility, but maybe not. Several fast food executives have suggested prices would go up 2.5 to 3.5 to offset higher wages. Once again, it's talking about prices increasing to 2.5 to 3.5%, but I think it's going to be much higher to pay for these type of wages for people, of course, to offset the payment so they don't have to pay for it, and then just going to put it towards the consumer as usual. That's usually what big corporations do. They don't eat the costs. They make sure that it's passed down to the consumer. That's just a fact. So, I mean, it's just going to happen at, 2.5 to 3.5. I mean, come on. It's a lot, but, I mean, eventually, I think it'll be much higher, though, to be honest with you. Jack in the Box, Starbucks, McDonald's, and Chipotle have all warned of upcoming price hikes. That is on top of the price increases many restaurants have been rolling out for months. The cost of eating out has stubbornly inched higher, even as inflation has cooled elsewhere. So it's basically saying that even though, inflation has cooled down elsewhere, which I don't see, prices are slowly cooling down, but I don't see that happening, guys. I truly don't see that, to be honest with you. So, I mean, if you guys see that, let me know, but it depends. I guess it depends what state you're in, because this is in California right now only, but I'm sure that other states are going to adopt this eventually. Yeah, that's just going to happen. Other chains plan to speed up their use of automation, including kiosks and robots. Oh, so they're going to get robots and stuff like that and try to run the franchise with those type of things to get rid of people. That way they don't have to pay this minimum wage. I mean, if you get rid of people and get robots, it's cheaper. They work 24/7. They never call in sick. They never, complain. They just keep working nonstop. And all you have to do is probably get a guy once in a while to come in and fix it. But, even to be honest with you, technology is not always good, because even Walmart is complaining about their self-checkout, and that is technology. Their self-checkout, basically, they're saying that they've never seen so much theft before, so they're actually trying to go back to a cashier with that's a human cashier, and they're thinking that's the way to slow down the theft, which was a huge difference when they had the self-checkout versus the checkout that you have to like the self-checkout. It's night and day. So when they had the human check you out, they had less theft. Now when they get the technology, there's more theft. So I mean, you pay the price either way. I mean, obviously they're gonna find out this isn't a good idea either. Robots probably can't even cook as good as humans anyway. I mean, we ain't there yet, I don't think, with technology, to be honest with you. A major Pizza Hut franchise cited the wage has hike as a reason for layoffs of more than 1,000 delivery drivers this year, and switch to apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, that pushes more delivery fees into shoppers. So this is a way also it's going up in price, because I know when you order from like DoorDash or Uber Eats, they tack on more fees. So if you just went to the store yourself to buy it, it wouldn't even be that much. It's like sometimes you get a little deal here and there, but it's not, it's not all the time. And then when you do order from there, it's like double the price almost. They got these little fees that add up and you don't even notice it. But if you go to the store, you'll notice it and compare prices. You'll notice it, believe me. So I mean, apart from that, to be honest with you, it's I don't know where this is going to lead, to be honest with you. $20 minimum wage, what it will do to big corporations and small corporations. Obviously they're just going to raise the prices, but small businesses is the problem, to be honest with you. I think they're the ones that are going to suffer the most. Thanks for watching the video. That about wraps up the video. I appreciate watching it. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna have more videos like this in the future. I'm gonna be pumping out more videos each day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like for the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.